super excited to be here for the first groundbreaking ceremony at our high school, but really it's a special moment for us when we think about a community coming together and supporting a referendum at 71% of people voting yes. So it's amazing to live in a community that puts their kids first, and so that's why we're so excited to be here with our building partners to start our first project at the high school, which will be an addition here of 8 classrooms. It's only the beginning, because then next you will see a whole new tech ed facility and wing, family consumer ed, new special ed rooms, eventually new offices, and then we'll move down the road to the junior high and we'll have another groundbreaking. So we have some special people here today. We have our board members, our board president Larry Schaefer, Helen Ackerman, Rita Kasten, Katie Felch. We have the chair of our Vote Yes Committee, Lindsay Lewitsky, and some of our business partners, Brian Burrell, who led the business group. We have Senator Petrusky that is here. And then we also have Nexus Solutions, who's been helping us with this project. So Steve, did you want to say anything?
Sure, just keep it short here. On behalf of Nexus Solutions, we're delighted to be partnering with DC Everest as we get started on this first phase for the 8 additional classrooms, helping to develop future-ready students. Our team's understanding, experience, and successful track record delivering outstanding facilities makes this an exciting project in partnership with DC Everest, so thank you very much.
So, the biggest thing is for our students here is how exciting it will be at DC Everest, even though some of you might be graduating that I look at before you get, but you'll be happy for the students that follow you, right?
Yes.
Especially when we get air conditioning at the junior high. Right. So, we're going to start, we're going to have people take turns and take a shovel. Where are we moving, Mr. Rather?
Mr. Moll.
We'll just take it, we'll just move
Put it
this
over.
way. So, let's begin. You want to put in how hard it is?
Sure, we should.
As long as they're here, you let us know. Will you even put on their, I don't know if you have to have a yellow vest on.
I think we'll let it slide for you.
Yep. Mike.
I'm ready for this to be over.
So I guess first off, just tell us, what happened here today? What are we doing here?
Today was our first groundbreaking for our referendum of our projects that are beginning a 3-year of projects across the district, and we're just really excited to be here and have our community support of our schools.
Sure, and tell us a little bit about what this first this first project entails.
So our very first project is at our high school, and we'll be adding 8 classrooms. We are one of the growing districts in our community, but this 8 classrooms also gives us space as we upgrade and remodel all of our tech ed and family consumer ed spaces. We need space for people to go to while we're rebuilding some of these spaces and places to store some of our materials. So this is really our beginning point. You'll be seeing a lot of phases over the next 3 years. This summer, seeing significant work at the high school, junior high, and Rothschild Elementary.
So just exactly how much space are you adding to the school here then?
So this edition where we're standing will be 8 classrooms, but we will be completely gutting, adding space, thousands and thousands of square feet onto our tech ed facility off the back end of the high school, and completely remodeling all of that space. So this school was built in 1969, and it's a great school. However, we really need to bring it close to 2020.
And you mentioned before about the referendum and the support from the community. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Certainly. We feel very lucky and blessed to live in a community that supported our referendum, around 71%. We're very excited because we had our annual meeting and we're projecting that our taxes actually will go down and not up because of increased enrollment, increased aid, and increased equalized value. So that is great news for our community. But we had told them that it was going to go up, and they still voted yes. So living in a place where people care about kids and their education is just really important.
So when will we see the next phases begin at the other buildings?
We are already starting planning of those next phases. Weston starts in the next few weeks. Most of that work will start the following summer. We really have a lot of large spaces that need remodeling, and there are also limited contractors in this current age. So we are working on that. I think one of the biggest barriers for us is all of our schools have to be operational. We don't have extra space here, so it is working around the important work we do each day. And so unfortunately, summer's not that long in Wisconsin.
This is true. So when will we see everything wrap up then, as far as construction goes?
So we're hoping in 3 years if everything goes as planned, and it's a process, but it's a great process to go through.
So 3 years for just this project, or for all of them together?
No, all of them, all
Okay.
of the projects.
Okay.
Basically, we've built a timeline. We started with our 3 of our biggest needs, and then we'll move on to the next priorities, which includes Weston Elementary School, Riverside, Evergreen, those schools.
And I had another question and I just completely forgot it. As far as the rest of the work goes, you kind of laid out that timeline as well. So then, when will we see groundbreakings like this at some of the other buildings, or is this kind of the big kickoff?
This is the first kickoff, but we will have a groundbreaking for the junior high and for Rothschild, because there's a lot of people who gave a lot of time and energy to this cause, and so each school has its own identity, and we want to celebrate at those schools also.
And then as far as the budgeting process goes, everything kind of still on track for that. I forget what the exact number was. Was it
59 million.
59 million. There you
Yes.
go. Yep.
So right now we're very early and we have contingency built in. We have no option other than to stay on budget.
Mm-hmm.
So as we work, if something comes in high, then we have to cut somewhere else. So we're working very hard to make that budget go as far as possible.